We are live.
Yay! Good evening, everybody. We're going to wait a little bit to make sure we have some people that are getting ready to log in.
Sister, on my end, I'm looking at the top on the Facebook, and it's got like I don't know if you can see that. I think that's on your Facebook profile. And there's a red exclamation point. Do you see that? Oh,
No,
it says on my end, this is what it says. It says, it looks like the stream was deleted on Facebook. Try creating a new stream or remove the destination from the stream
it's
and
okay.
then re-add it.
It's okay. I deleted one of them.
Oh, I get it. I see. Okay, you're on the right side too.
It's okay.
All right.
Hey, Lisa, you're just being real observant, which is good.
I see that little red exclamation over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed, indeed. Greetings, everybody, on a Sunday. Oh, today is a full moon. And not just a full moon,
Full
it's
moon.
a
It's
blue
the
moon.
blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have something prepared for the blue moon too.
Oh, for this evening?
Yes.
Excellent.
But Sam Blue is saying hello. Hello, Sam.
Oh, wait. So can I remove, you know what? I think because I touched this. Okay, there we go. I couldn't see the comments. Greetings, Sister Sam. So do we want to tell our viewers, for those that are not moon followers, what it means for a blue moon?
Well, you can tell our viewers what it means, and then I can tell them.
Your take.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why they call it a blue moon is because there are 2 full moons in the same calendar month. So this May, we started May 1st, started us out with a full moon. And now we're ending May with another full moon. So that's why that saying comes in, once in a blue moon, because every now and again, our calendar allows the space for 2 full moons in one Gregorian calendar month. I had to add that part, the Greg.
Yeah.
One of these
Actually,
days.
blue moons don't happen very often.
Exactly.
Only once in a blue moon.
Indeed. And that's what makes them so special.
Yeah.
Although life is special and life is sacred. So regardless under what moon we're under, whether it's a new moon or a full moon, life is a gift. Life is a gift. Life is a gift. Mm-hmm. Welcome in, everybody. Sam's laughing at my comment. Hold on, let's put that up on the screen. Sam, the Greg here. I love the way you spelled that out, Sam. Thank you. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. So I do see we have 8 people here. So people are starting to dial in, tuning in. So welcome in, everybody. And before we get started, let's also mention, there we go.
Look at you. Oh, and I got it wrong. Yes, the little icon with the duck in the middle. If you go to that, you go to ravenshealingarts.com.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Thank you, Observer. Good to see you. Observer was with us last show. So it's been 2 weeks since our last class. So, and Raven has gifted me the moment in time to open up our space So in this moment, I would like for all of us to just take a couple deep breaths and make sure you're starting from your bottom belly, from below by your navel area. You know, we are not taught how to breathe properly. So taking a couple deep breaths in from that deep belly. And allow your exhale to be just a little longer than your inhale. And in this moment, I call forth on Source, beautiful Source light, and asking Source to come and allow the beautiful frequencies and the energies of Source, the beautiful golden, white, rainbow, diamond light, to surround our transmission this evening. And asking Source to braid through every heart that is gathered here, whether it is now or in the future when viewing. Asking Source to allow this space to be in perfect harmony, anchoring safety, clarity, and sovereign remembrance. We meet grief not as failure, but as proof that the archive of the body is opening. And so it is.
That was so beautiful. You are so good at that.
Thank you. It's an honor. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you are. You're amazing.
Thank you, sister. And as you are. Mirror, mirror
on the wall, please tell us the truth of it all. Well, I would like to do my rendition of the blue moon. So tonight we are blessed with a very rare blue moon. In many traditions, a blue moon symbolizes a sacred threshold, a moment between what has been and what is waiting to emerge. It's a time for reflection, for healing, for releasing the stories that no longer serve us. And as I sat today with the energy of this moon, I found myself thinking of the journey so many of us are walking together, the journey of the wounded healer, the part of us that has known loss, disappointment, grief, abandonment, self-doubt, or betrayal, and yet continues to rise, continues to love, and continues to seek healing. Tonight's rare blue moon offers an opportunity to ask, what am I ready to release? What old wound is asking for my attention? What part of myself is ready to be reclaimed? May this moon illuminate your path and remind you that healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you have always been. So that's my rendition of the blue moon. Of course, I had to put it with the Wounded Healers class, but the blue moon, we're getting rid of old things, and
Absolutely.
so yeah.
Absolutely. And the full moon, the idea of a full moon is letting go.
Yeah.
Release. New moons are for planting the seeds of intention, and full moons are to release and let go. So as Raven mentioned, what better time than now to go within, deep within, and discover what it is that you just want to release and no longer hold within you.
And maybe take the time tonight before you retire to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Light a candle and maybe go outside and touch the earth mother.
Mm-hmm.
And release whatever it is that you need to release.
Beautiful suggestion. Beautiful suggestion. Because our Mother Earth, all we have to do is ask her, and she will very lovingly and very willingly assist us with releasing what it is that we want to let go. And she will transmute that for us.
Yep. I was taught in my medicine teachings that sending things into the earth mother, Gaia, she transforms them for us. Just like you said in different words, but the same thing.
Beautiful. And Sister Sam says, love it. Thank you, Raven.
You're welcome, Sister Sam. We love it. We love you.
And Jane says, the reality of my future last days on earth felt heavy. Oh, and I accidentally, I'm comments in training. My apologies, because Jane also said she was feeling anxious last night. Sometimes the lunar energies can do that to us, for sure. And Eric, thank you for joining us, brother. Eric says, aloha. And welcome in everybody who is tuning in with us. And one more. And Sister Sam says, to clean our auras, release, set our intentions, and be grateful for it. And we're talking about the lunar energies. Yes. Thank you.
So, welcome to lesson 3. Now, if you're just joining us tonight for lesson 3, understand that at our YouTube channel, Soulfire Ascension, you can find under the classes, the playlist called classes, lesson 1 and lesson 2. So if you would like to review those, you can always do that. And at least 24 hours after the broadcast, lesson 3 will be in that category as well. So we welcome all of our live viewers, and as well as the ones that will be viewing our broadcast afterwards. So lesson 3 is the grief beneath the boundary. So this whole lesson is about dealing with the grief. And I wonder if you're wondering why, dealing with grief, this lesson is about recognizing grief as part of healing and not a sign of failure. Just want to make sure that everybody understands that. For wounded healers, grief often surfaces after we begin to slow, to say no, or to stay present with ourselves. This lesson helps make sense of that gently. Over the past weeks, we've named the patterns and we've learned how to stay present when they arise. This week, we are naming something that often surprises people. When you stop abandoning yourself, grief often appears, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're no longer overriding what you've been carrying. Do we want to stop and maybe discuss any of that? Any thoughts?
Just a request for when we are done. Sister Sam asks, Sister Raven, can you send us some Reiki energy at the end of the show, please?
Absolutely. I'd be honored to.
I didn't want to keep going without acknowledging that, Sister Sam, so we will be sure to remind Raven at the end of the show.
Yes.
Oh. And she says, I'm trying to heal and let go. This message is for me. Sister Sam, you're not the only one, right? This is in the collective. In the collective, this is like the theme. This is the theme. And I feel as though this is part of why Raven created this masterclass, is to assist the collective.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Because everybody shouldn't have to pay for healing all the time. Sometimes it just needs to be there for us.
Mm-hmm. Strong support, a strong support system. So,
right. We should be lifting each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although there is, I mean, I do have classes on my website and things that are for money, and that is an energy exchange for both things. Mm-hmm. And but I felt the need to bring these classes to the collective without that energy exchange, because I feel like we need it so much now, right now.
Mm-hmm.
With all the chaos, and that we tend to be losing ourselves, and we are all healers, every single one of us. So, and we're wounded healers. And the thing that in naming the class the Wounded Healer, is because, I mean, how can you completely understand another person unless you've walked through what they have been through? So a wounded healer will help another walk through healing that they have had to walk through too. And they better understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight is about understanding that grief and not fixing it. We just want to understand it.
And before you go on, Jane says, acceptance is the first step.
Yes.
Accepting. It's there. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Acceptance and acknowledging. So let's discuss why grief shows up when boundaries begin. Grief doesn't only come from loss, it also comes from what we never received, what we carried alone, what we learned to suppress, the version of ourselves that adapted to survive. When wounded healers begin to pause or set limits, the nervous system may interpret that as loss of connection, even when it isn't. So I want to pause there. So that's the explanation of why grief has been showing up. We haven't been paying attention to it because we were trying to make peace or to keep peace, and we didn't have those boundaries, so we didn't pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody would like to jump in on that one?
I'll comment that sometimes we just keep going, just do, instead of sitting with ourselves and feeling, and so it's very easy for us to just bypass the emotions that are there because we're just too busy to stop and process.
In the core truth, grief is not really a step backwards at all.
Sam says, we have been suppressing our feelings because we don't want to upset others. Very true. Very true.
Yeah, and when you stop doing that, look at what those feelings that are coming up.
And Sam says, and we're hurting ourselves.
We are.
Absolutely.
We're losing ourselves too.
Mm-hmm.
Grief is a sign that something true is finally being acknowledged. It often means you are no longer numbing, you are no longer pushing through, you are no longer disappearing. The grief being the boundary. Many wounded healers expect boundaries to bring immediate relief, but that's not true. Instead, they often bring sadness, guilt, loneliness, doubt, and fear of disappointing others. That doesn't mean the boundaries are wrong. So I guess in setting boundaries, what I'm saying is in setting those boundaries, we're expecting, to be some relief from all of this. But we have been in this pattern for so long. And when we finally set those boundaries, it's not relief that we get. It's a lot of sadness, and all of these emotions start coming up that we've suppressed for so long.
Jane says, my grief experience became armor against smaller offenses. Eric says, notification. Eric mentioned earlier that he didn't get our notification. So he says they finally showed up right when we started according to the timestamp. Other podcasts having notification issues as well. Yeah, YouTube apparently is not in favor. Thank you, Eric. And we have a couple more comments here. Pardon me as I get used to being... Okay, let's go down a little bit. The more pain I felt, the less I could be hurt. Now that's a statement right there. The more pain I felt, the less I could be hurt. Because you're already in it, right? You're in the pain. Therefore, nothing else can bother you. Sam says, totally agree. And that's all for the comments at the moment. Okay.
So it doesn't mean the boundaries are wrong. It means you are grieving the cost of always being the one who adapts. Lisa, do you have a teaching maybe for the nervous system or an integration for this? Because I know that you are taking some breath classes
Mhm.
and helping with the nervous system.
Well, one thing is our nervous system. We have a nerve called the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve runs from the back of our neck all the way down our spine to our tailbone. And it's a very intricate, our body is very intricate. It's really incredible. This vessel that gets us everywhere is very intricate, not just the nervous system and the vagus nerve, but then we also have fascia, which I just started learning about not too long ago. And uh, they all have memory. So our
Okay.
body remembers these traumas and if we are to sit for a moment and think about whatever that moment.
Come on. I think Lisa is frozen. I'm not really sure if I'm frozen or Lisa's frozen, but on my end, Lisa is frozen and she's gone. Let's give her a minute or two. Maybe she'll come back up. So while Lisa's coming back up, um, let's talk about when boundaries bring grief. And it's because the body remembers a time when saying no actually did risk a connection. The nervous system doesn't operate on logic, it operates on memory. So when grief arises, the work is not to push it away, but to reassure the body I am still connected and I am still safe. I think that's important for us, for all of us, to feel safe, to be able to feel safe. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Anybody want to chime in on that one? I think it's super important. Oh, Lisa says her power went out. Oh, here she comes. Yay!
So vagus nerve and our system remembers. So when the power just went out, I was remaining calm my old version of self probably would have been yelling and swearing. But instead, I just took a breath and I was like, restore the internet now. I was prepared to put the phone on the thing if the internet didn't go back on. But here we go. Back up and running. Apologies for technical difficulties.
No worries. We're just glad you're back. I know that you were talking about the vagus nerve.
Well, and just in general, our nervous system is programmed with these traumas and the grief. And anyhow,
you are frozen.
oh God. All right, we are back.
Yeah, you froze up.
Of course I did. Perhaps my nervous system is being tested by the system. So at the end of the day, just breathe. This is a perfect example of why you just pause for a moment. Don't panic.
Breathe.
Exactly. And breathe. So back to what I was saying, the nervous system takes a little effort and time, but we can reprogram it. Just have to be patient with yourself and the process. So, and when it comes to grief and our nervous system, grief means that archive in our nervous system is opening. So let us scroll through it, because we are the scribe. We are the authors. We are the architects. Whatever words you want to plug in to identify with when it comes to that space of you and in that process of moving through that grief. And we have a couple comments here. So before I go anywhere, again, let me try to bring these on the screen. All right. So Observer says, when I imagine what others may have gone through, I pretend that I was there experiencing that. And then suddenly I'm back here in my life. I imagine how I would feel. I realize that I am safer. Absolutely. Contrast. Oh, darn it.
It's always nice to put yourself in another person's place as well.
Eric says, last time I went to Nevada, I lost my Vegas. Maybe I should just stick to convenience store scratchers. That's funny. Yeah, you lost it, huh? That is a little bit of, you have to bring light into this situations. Breathe deep. And Jane says, I count my blessings. Can I give myself credit when credit is due?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Thank you, everybody, for your contributions and comments. We really appreciate the interaction.
We do. And at this time, I would like to ask all of you to either just sit quietly or close your eyes if you like. Bring your mind to a moment where you paused, said no, or didn't override yourself. Notice what followed. Was it relief? Was it sadness? Guilt? A heaviness in the chest or the stomach? Let whatever is there be there. No story, no analysis, just noticing. What do I feel when I don't push through? What do I fear might happen if I stop overgiving? What part of me feels sad when I choose myself? Grief does not mean you made the wrong choice. It means you're mourning the version of yourself who kept everything together at great personal cost. That self deserves compassion, not dismissal. Between now and next week, because we will have next week, this week's invitation: when grief arises, resist the urge to explain it away. Instead, try saying quietly, "Of course this feels sad. Something old is changing. Let that be enough." So that's what we're doing for next week, because we will have a show next week, or a class next week. This really isn't the show, but it is a class. And we will have our show on Friday. So, Lisa, what would you think? Should we do the closing blessing, or should I send out a little Reiki before then?
Eric has a little line here.
Sure.
Grief can be a teacher. Grief can be a thief. Part of life experience while walking on the path. In the now moment. Grateful. He's good with rhymes. I know Eric from the Flame Holders group. He's a fellow flame. So
nice.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Oh, Becca's going to be joining us too again.
Jane says, racing thoughts. Perhaps that was her comment when we were reflecting.
Uh-huh.
Could be.
Could be.
Yes. My internal compass says, do we feel as though we want to send the Reiki before we close? I'm sorry. I guess that didn't come out right. Eric says, Lisa, are you saying I'm a flamer? Well, When I say that as well, I feel like sometimes when you say flamer, people automatically think of like, the people that hold sticks that are on fire and then like flip them in the air and do like a show with them. That's what I think about when I say flamer. Not that whatever the other meaning would be for that definition. Oh, so anyhow, but absolutely. Now we are reflecting for the next week, you said? I'm just trying.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes. And that will be enough. We are just reflecting. Awesome. I will go ahead and do the closing blessing first, and then we can take it from there for our sister. And so in this moment, we would like to thank everybody for being a part of our class with your contributions. Thank you for all that are here with us right now. And you just remember that you are allowed to feel the grief and still move forward. You may miss what was and still choose what is healthier now. Every boundary that you set is an act of sacred remembrance. We seal this space in the crystalline light of Source. And so it is.
Aho. Okay, so little Reiki to everybody. I think that's a good idea, honestly. You want to do it with me, Lisa? Let's send Reiki out to all of the collective.
For all who are willing to receive without overstepping boundaries, we are just the vessels. We are just the vessels, allowing those source frequencies to flow through us and channel for those who are open to receive the healing light of Source.
Beautiful.
It is done. Thank you. And Sister Sam, if you ever need just some one-on-one time, let me know. Reach out to me and we can connect with a little bit of Reiki. And in the comments, we have a thank you from Jane. And And Eric says, great collection of souls in the now. Grateful.
Thank you.
Yes. And Eric also says, okay, let's go. Nice. It is an honor. It is an honor to be the vessel to assist those that are in need of a little bit of source spark within them.
Absolutely. And do you think that our audience or that our group would like to see a little promo for our next guest on Friday?
Sure.
This will be on Soul Fire Ascension. Except for we have one more comment before we play it.
Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you. Wait, and I think we have one. Sometimes my little, touch mouse here, it says we have another comment, but I can't scroll down. There we go. Okay. Maybe not. All right. Yes, please play the promo. Let us give sneak peek to Friday.
Friday's show. Healing isn't always gentle. Sometimes it tells you the truth you've been avoiding. What happens when we stop pretending we're okay? Transformation begins the moment truth is faced. A raw conversation about trauma, truth, and real healing. If you're tired of pretending you're okay, this conversation is for you. And that is Zulma. She is the cussing psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put her little widget up so people can see it. And if you click on that, you could go to her website. That's better, Lisa. I like that.
Now, and I think she mentioned in the email, if we don't want her then to swear a lot, we can ask her to tone it down. But I'm assuming we're just going to be in the flow and whatever goes.
I want people to be real. I mean,
Absolutely.
and this is who she is, and this is how she does what she does, and
Yeah,
we should never try to take from that. I don't think. Just my personal opinion.
yes, absolutely. And I'm not sure on the stipulations on Facebook with F words and stuff like that. So I'm sure, and YouTube, right? I think it's
I don't know. I don't know, but they might bleep us out. So
I was going to say, or just make sure there's no children no children present, so they hear the swear words.
Right. So until next Sunday, we will see you with Masterclass number 4. And we will be putting the Masterclass under the classes for those who have not quite yet seen it or want to see the replay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and if anybody is interested in the class 1 and class 2 handouts, Raven, just email Raven. And go to her website and email her, and she will gladly send you the handouts from class 1 and class 2
and 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For sure.
So, and I will very happily send you those handouts because I like watching the recording, and the recordings are nice, but having something in your hand that you can print up. Mm-hmm. And there's some journaling with those. It's like a workbook page where if you wanted to journal with that and find out some things and go deeper within the self.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So we hope that you've enjoyed it. We're
Yeah.
halfway through.
Yes.
And we'll see some of you Friday, and we will see some of you next Sunday.
Thank you for joining. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.